morning, everyone. Derek Paul here with SERVPRO of Cheshire County and SERVPRO of Windham and Windsor County. Today we're here at 55 Main Street in beautiful downtown Keene, New Hampshire at Greenwald Realty Associates. I'm going to be speaking with Josh Greenwald to recap a water damage that we handled for him. Why don't we go take a walk inside? Morning, everyone. Derek Paul with SERVPRO of Cheshire County and Windham and Windsor County. I'm here today with Josh Greenwald, realtor and co-owner of Greenwald Realty Associates. Josh, thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Josh, turning the clock back to about a little less than a year ago, you were in the unfortunate situation of discovering a water damage issue at one of the properties you were trying to sell. If you could, take us back to what you found when you discovered the property.
Well, it was kind of a dream realtor situation, to walk up to a showing. I remember talking to the gentleman that was coming to look at it. It was commercial property, and kind of forewarning him that it was a little messy inside. So to be just try to see through the mess. And in retrospect, it seemed like I was kind of a foreshadowing of what was to come. So then I opened up the door, and to see a waterfall coming through the entire property. And for most people, it would have been a funny TV moment. For me, it was a nightmare. As I had to run inside, and there was so much water in the basement that I had to wait in there. Meanwhile, I still have my clients up there, and they had to wait till I came back so I can get the water to stop falling. So I got down there, turned off the water main, and proceeded to go in for a showing of a property.
So not an ideal situation, as you mentioned, not the typical type of circumstance you like to enter as you're trying to sell this property. And so where did you go from there? What happened next?
Well, generally I downshift into accentuating the positives of the property and trying to eliminate the negatives, which were pretty glaring at that point. They went through the showing, they took a look, and surprisingly enough, based on the circumstances of the sale, this was actually appealing to them, the fact that it needed all this work. I was not feeling very good about it, so I wanted to get them out of there so I can get into damage control mode. So as soon as they left, my next phone call was to you, to SERVPRO, because we had some extensive damage. The owner was down south, didn't know how to handle it, and I knew that even though we stopped the bleed, that there was still a extreme amount of cleanup that needed to commence afterwards.
Sure. Well, I do remember getting that call initially from you, and we sprang to action just as soon as we could. And as you mentioned, there was a fair amount of quite a bit of damage there, multiple levels, like you said, water collecting down in the basement. So when our crew came in, how did the process go from there?
I kind of felt like it was the cavalry coming in with the trumpets blaring, because I was just standing there by myself, and I'm like, what do I do now? You can't just wring out the carpets and put on some fans.
Sure.
I mean, there's damage control, there's concerns about mold, there's certainly concerns about rot, and time is of the essence. SERVPRO came racing in, and like I said, it felt like you guys were coming to save the day.
Sure. We're very happy to do so. I believe we performed some demolition at the time, some strategic drying with some of our commercial dehumidifiers and fans. And but like you said, to the buyers, it was appealing. There's a silver lining to the cloud here, is that it was all going to be essentially rebuilt at the end of the project. And hopefully, from your point, did everything turn out positively at the end of the day?
That's an understatement. 3 days later, the job was done. You guys had done everything that you said you were going to do, cleaned it out. I mean, of course, there was still evidence that it happened because the place was stripped.
Sure.
But all precautions were taken. It made the person feel very comfortable with going forward with the purchase. The owner that was down south felt confident in everything that had been taken care of. You communicated very expeditiously with the insurance companies to make sure that it got taken care of promptly. And I just kind of felt like, don't worry, we got it, we understand, we're here to help, we're here to save the day.
Sure.
Which you did.
Awesome.
So, and I thank you.
These types of situations are can be very traumatic, and we see them every day, but it's not often that somebody will experience something to this level of damage. And my hat's off to you to handle things. You kept calm and just made the calls. You knew who to call, and we're happy we had the opportunity to help you in this situation. Last question, would you refer SERVPRO of Cheshire County in the future?
To anybody I can get you over to, I will. SERVPRO of Cheshire County is phenomenal. Your personal relationship with the people that you work with makes it so much more comfortable and easy. So the answer, that's my long answer, yes.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate it, Josh, and thanks again for having us here today, and thank you again for the opportunity to work with you. I say I look forward to working with you again. I'm sure you don't. Well,
I know what you mean. I don't want to see you again, but I do.
I hear you. Perfect. Well, thanks again.
Thank you, Derek.
Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.